Welcome to Health Live at Seniors Today. We're delighted to have here with us Ms. Rajeshwari Shetty, who's a senior dietitian. She is head of dietetics at the SL Raheja Hospital in Mumbai, which is a Fortis associate. And today we invited her to speak about how to deal with common challenges in healthy eating and maintain sugar levels. Before I welcome her, I'll introduce her. Ms. Shetty is the head of the department, as I mentioned, of clinical nutrition and dietetics at the SL Raheja Hospital in Mahim, with over 3 decades of professional experience in clinical nutrition, patient care, research, and training. She's a registered dietitian and she holds multiple postgraduate qualifications, including in healthcare management, clinical research, and dietetics. She is also an SPEN LLL certified in key areas such as nutrition support in diabetics, obesity, metabolic syndrome, and sports nutrition. Additionally, she has specialized training in oncology nutrition through a collaborative course with BMN and Tata Memorial Hospital. We welcome Ms. Rajeshwari Shetty. Welcome to Health Live at Seniors Today.
Thank you, Mr.
As I always mention, that this is a session like this is advisory in nature. So do note that if you do have any specific issue, it is always good to go to a dietitian with your reports and have a one-on-one conversation, whether it's online or in person, which is in person is always better. And this session is being conducted on November 15th, 2025. So if you do watch it 2 years later, perhaps there may be some new updates that may have happened in medical science. So do update yourself and keep watching Health Live at Seniors Today. Do remember that this is being recorded and the session will be available, the video as well as takeaways, which are written by a qualified medical practitioner. It will be available on Monday evening, right? Monday the 17th evening, it will be available. So you can take a look at it. Don't have to worry about making notes right now. I hand it over to Ms. Shetty, and those of you who have questions, please hear her out, and then we will have the Q&A later. You can post your questions and I'll pose it to our specialist today. Over to you.
Yeah. Good evening. When you are diagnosed with diabetes, so the dietitian hands over, means she takes a recall and she gives you a diet plan. But as you age, you face many challenges in your eating patterns. Like,
I'm sorry, can I just interrupt? Sorry, can you just your headspace has again increased a bit.
Okay.
Just pull it down so we can see you better.
Yeah, 1 minute.
We have around over 180 people who have gathered today live on Zoom.
So, okay, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Just shift your monitor a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you have to just pull it down like that.
Okay.
Like an accordion. Like.
Yes.
Yeah, this is better. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So the thing is, when you're diagnosed with diabetes, the dietitian hands over a diet plan to you. But as you age, you find it difficult to follow the diet plan because you're facing many challenges in your diet plan. Like, for example, the reduced appetite. The dietitian might have told you that, like you can have this sort of breakfast, like she gives you options. In the meal, you can have like salads, you can have rice, chapati, then vegetable, curd, and you can have an evening snack, you can have dinner. But the thing is, if you have reduced appetite, because as you age, your appetite decreases. So you're not able to, have these 3 main meals and, one snack. So what is the answer to that? The thing is, I would suggest that you can have like 1 pot meals if you're having reduced appetite. Or for example, you can have a vegetable khichdi, like in which rice and dal is there. So what I was discussing is when the dietitian handed over a diet plan. She said you have breakfast with these options, you have lunch, and with so many things, and evening snack and a dinner. But means as you age, you're not able to have so many things. So the answer to that is you can have one pot meals, like you can have like a variety of khichdis with dalia in it, or with maybe, like nowadays you get jawar dalia or bajra dalia. So in that you can add dal, you can add vegetables. So it can be a one pot meal. Or maybe, you can have like this soupy kind of thing in which cooked barley is added and vegetables are added. You can add dal also to that. So everything is incorporated into one thing only, because you're not able to have much at one time. Okay. And the second thing is like in order to increase the appetite, what you can do is like, because you're falling low on physical activity, you can start incorporate little physical activity. Like suppose, because we as dietitians tell the patients to say go for half an hour walk every day, but it is not possible to means to walk continuously for half an hour because of increased age. So maybe, what, like 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and 10 minutes in the night, like after dinner. So that can be incorporated. And maybe a chair exercise or something, so which will help you, or a light yoga or something that also can help. Secondly, this as you age, you also have like oral issues like dental issues or something like chewing or swallowing problems. Then in that case, you are not able to chew the food properly. Like we have patients means coming in who are not able to have the normal food, the normal rice, chapati, and all. They are not able to have the soft diet also, like the soft diet which consists of khichdi, soft vegetables, then this curd and soup. So in that case, what you can do is you can have a mashed or a pureed diet in which the khichdi or the soft rice is blenderized. The soft vegetables like dudhi, turai, then padbal or pumpkin is again blenderized, and it can be had. Also, like in case of fruit, it can be mashed and given. And for breakfast, it means you can manage by having like mashed porridge, like of different types, like one day oats, one day lapsi, or one day this nachni, or one day suji porridge. In that, the dry fruits can be this roasted and powdered, and it can be put. So in that way, like these the chewing issues can be this solved. Thirdly, this as you age, you feel means you don't feel like drinking water so much. Like, somebody has to remind you that you drink water. So what happens is you give this rise to a number of problems. Like there can be like a kidney stone issue, or there can be like urinary tract infection, or you can have cramps on the legs or something. So what you can do in that case is you can have fluids throughout the day, because you will not feel like drinking water throughout the day. So maybe you can this have soups, buttermilk, or you can have this nimbu pani or something. So that way, and you can incorporate liquids throughout the day and have some amount of water. Maybe 5 glasses of water, and these liquids also can be used in your day-to-day this meal intake. Now, there's one more this problem which happens as you age. That is loneliness. So loneliness happens, like when you lose your companion, or when like you means you have a family, but the thing is, they are very busy, so they don't have time to spend with you. So the stress factor this comes in, and you have this more increased sugar levels, because you are feeling this, what to say, you lose interest in eating food. And if you are this alone, you lose interest in making food also. So in that case, what you can do is you can this like if you are attached to a religious this center or something, maybe you can have spend time with them, and you can attend their functions where they have this community meals or something. Or you can this go for this programs where they have, nowadays we have senior programs, like, so where all seniors come in, and they have a lot of activity. So that also can help you. Then there is like common GI issues like constipation or maybe indigestion. Now, constipation happens because you are eating less or you're drinking less water. And let me tell you one thing, that if you drink less water, it can lead to increased sugar levels also. Okay, so you have to be careful. Now, if you have constipation, then what you can do is you can this you I think you must be aware of something known as flax seeds or alsi. So roasted flax seeds can be powdered and it can be incorporated in food items like curd, or you can just have it with water, at least 2 teaspoons per day. Or you can have soups in which like all types of different vegetables are blenderized, means cooked and blenderized, and that you can have. So that also you will have enough fiber throughout the day. Also, you can have like this boiled vegetables, like so that also like maybe half a boiled wheat or something that also can be had. Then this there's just one more. There's like when you are eating less, okay, as you age, since you are having reduced appetite, you tend to eat less, and this leads to malnutrition, which is one of the major factors which most of the seniors are facing today. So in that case, like once the malnutrition creeps in, then now with so many problems, the answer to that is how to balance the sugar levels. With malnutrition also, it can give rise to a lot of serious problems like this increased sugar levels. Then it can lead to this like other serious conditions like sepsis can creep in, and also other serious problems can happen. So how can malnutrition be countered? Okay, because once malnutrition creeps in, they are means you are more prone to infections. Like you get infections very easily. Your immunity goes down. So in that case, what you can do is you can have nutrient dense meals. Nutrient dense means like suppose like the when I started my talk, I mentioned that you can have these one pot meals. Now, when you're having one pot meals, you can also like suppose if I mention a soup. So if it is a soup, you can add little ghee, this butter to it. If it's dal, you can add little ghee to it. Or if it is like nowadays you get this omega-3 oils also. So that can be incorporated, or MCT oils, which can be incorporated in the food. Also, you can make the use of nutrition supplements like sprinklers, which can be added in your food which you're eating. So you will get added protein and you will get added calories also, and that will take care of your daily nutrition. So the one more thing which I wanted to say is like I wanted to discuss like how to balance the sugar levels. So to balance the sugar levels, you need to see that whatever you're eating, you need to include protein. So protein can come in the form of like if you're a vegetarian, milk and milk products, and if you're a non-vegetarian, then you can have egg. If you're unable to chew, it means then you can just mash the egg with the khichdi or the soft rice, and you can have it like that. Or you maybe you can have a egg burji or something, and you need to incorporate some amount of fiber. So fiber will come in the form of like these cooked vegetables or soups or something. And also it should be low in fat and complex carbohydrates. Like there are two types of carbohydrates, as you very well know, like simple and complex. And everybody likes like this refined food items to have once in a while, कि चाय के साथ हम ये toast खा ले या खारी खा ले. So in my daily practice also I get to hear like when I ask them कि आप means नाश्ते में क्या खाते हैं. ये नाश्ते से पहले ना मैंने सुबह एक कप चाय हो जाता है, और उसके साथ मैं टोस्ट लेती हूँ. So when I say that you cannot, I mean it's not good to have toast because it is made of maida. No, no, this is wheat toast. It is wheat rusk. So then I need to tell them like you need to read the labels. So what is written in the label, like is it refined flour and how much of wheat is there? Because that is very, very important. you need to, whenever you're buying anything, you need to read the labels, key how much of wheat is there and how much of refined flour is there. So there can be cheat days, maybe once in a while you can have, but not as an everyday practice, because the more of refined food items you have, you go less on fiber, you can get constipated, and also it can increase the sugar levels. So maybe sometimes you can have, but not every day. Like people like to have their bread. Some of them, they can't go do without bread. Like they want to have bread every day. So I need to tell them that, bread, maybe you can have a healthy sandwich once in a week or something, but not every day. So that also helps. Like, and water is very, very important. So at least, means usually we say 8 to 10 glasses, but in case of seniors, I would suggest, like, if you are taking at least 4 glasses, then you can take means other liquids, like which I had already mentioned. If you have digestion issues, then, or maybe like cold or something, then you can have ginger water, which will help you. You can use ajwain in your food, or you can use hing in your food. Also, the way you eat also this results in means indigestion, or poor digestion. Let us, if you're gulping down of your food, or like while eating, you are used to distractions like watching TV, or you are watching your mobile, so you don't know exactly what is going inside your body. You are more attached to what is going on in front of you on the screen. So that will not help. You need to this concentrate on the food, because food is like God. Okay, so you need to treat it like that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Are you sorry? Are you done or are you?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Great. Thank you very much. I think short and crisp uh, uh, opening remarks. We have quite a few questions that have come in already. So can I start?
Yeah. Yes, yes, sure.
So this is Mr. Apurva. He's not mentioned his age, but I guess he's from Mumbai or
Yeah,
Western region. He says, "I'm a senior citizen diabetic, have checked sugars, and most of the
yeah,
time he finds it under control.
yeah.
Um, Under control even after consuming mangoes during the season. What's your
Okay.
advice regarding mango for diabetics?"
Yeah, so if the sugars are well under control, they can have mangoes. But the thing is, ki they need to this what to say balance. Like it shouldn't be that I've had a complete thali, means complete food I've had, and then I eat a mango. So that will increase the sugar levels. So the thing is, ki you need to keep a gap, maybe a 1 hour gap or something, and then have the mango. Or you need to cut down on certain food items, and then you can have the mango. But if your sugars are very high, then I wouldn't suggest eating mangoes.
Would you recommend the use of CGMs to check, the impact of food on on the body, the complete
Uh,
glucose monitoring device?
okay. Yeah, to some extent means initially when the sugars are very high, I would recommend it. Then
All right.
slowly, means once they go to the dietitian, once they go to the doctor, and then once they go to the dietitian, and she incorporates a meal plan. But here I would like to point out a fact that, what happens commonly is that people, once when they go to the doctor, they when the sugars come under control, and they forget about it. They have gone to the dietitian also, they have a diet sheet, they follow it for some days, and then only if there is a wound, or something has happened, or they have got some some infection, then they will land up, maybe after a year, or after 1.5 year or something. So I would suggest that this practice is wrong, and they should visit the doctor at least once in 6 months. If their sugars are means like not well maintained, then at least once in 3 months, and they need to do their HbA1c also. So at least once in 6 months, or once in 3 months if the sugars are not well maintained.
So, what would you think is a safe HbA1c? Is it under anything under 7 is fine, or under 6? Would you say
Under 7 is fine.
under 7 is fine?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a question from Mr. Lakshminarayan, who's 70. He says, for people like me who can walk, exercise, but due to weight and sugar, there are restrictions, though appetite is good. What is
Okay.
an easy way to maintain or reduce weight and also eat interesting food?
Yeah, so the thing is ki he needs to incorporate like I how I said he incorporate fiber in every meal and protein, which will help to take care of his weight also. So as Indians, we are more prone to carbs. We like our carbs so much that like we can't let go of them. Like I have patients coming in like मैं सुबह को 3 चपाती खाती हूँ या 3 चपाती खाता हूँ किसके साथ नहीं ऐसे ही चाय के साथ so they need to reduce on the carbs, incorporate some amount of protein. Like if instead of three, they can take 2 chapatis and they can include like egg if it's a non-vegetarian, or if it's a vegetarian, then moong, matki, or chana. Even if if it is upma or poha, they can incorporate this moong, matki, or chana, means cooked ones, and they can incorporate more vegetables. Because what I find is they are having just plain upma, hardly any vegetables, no pulses, or even if it is poha, then just like that only. So if it is an amalgamation of all these three things, then that will help. Or if it is a Gujarati, then if it is thepla, then they can have it with curds or they can have it with milk or something. Even in the thepla, they can incorporate more vegetables and some amount of protein.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Shetty, the question that has a lot of people have asked and they've sent me on the phone as well is, what is your view? And I know that it may be an incorrect thing to ask you over here. But what is your view on restrictors of eating, like say Ozempic or Monjaro? I know
Mhm.
I'm using brand names, but do you recommend the having of this, so that because it does help in reducing appetite?
No, see, for seniors, I wouldn't recommend unless it is really needed. The thing is ki they need to see their doctor and they need to see a dietitian regularly who will help them with their diet plans. Because if they are taking these drugs, then they need to follow a diet plan, and also these drugs have side effects also. So they need to acclimatize to that also. So as seniors, they might find it difficult unless means like see these drugs are recommended for people who have a lot of weight issues.
Right,
It's a lot of excess weight.
right.
Yeah.
All right. We have so clearly. I think what you're saying is that consult a doctor and then decide.
Yeah. Consult a doctor and a dietitian.
All right. There's a question from Aarti Ghosh, who asks, what should cardiac patients eat for dinner so that they don't feel heavy and sleep soundly? I guess it's valid for everybody.
Yeah. So, depending like from which region you're coming in, like you can have either khichdi or you can have you can have curd rice or you can have like snacky things because you don't feel like eating, you have reduced appetite towards evening, towards dinner. So you can have multigrain chilas or something, like moong chila or something, or you can have this even different types of dosas also that you can have with the sambar or with the vegetable or something that can be had.
Right. There is Deepika. She asks, what diet would you recommend for a person who has high cholesterol? And Sushma Agarwal says, I have constipation. What should I do?
Mhm. So for high cholesterol, the thing is key they need to reduce on the oil and this like junk food. If they are taking a lot of refined food items and outside food items, they need to cut down on that. Also, if they are non-vegetarians, then they need to this cut down on meat. They need to avoid meat. And for constipation, like I have mentioned in my talk also,
Right.
it can be due to a number of reasons. If you're eating less, if you're drinking less water, then it can be constipation. So you need to take care of that. Like you need to incorporate more vegetables in your diet. Because what I find is people are eating less of vegetables and more of carbs. So it should be the other way around, like half means more of vegetables, like even sprouts can be taken, and even this or you can have a sprout chart or something, and more of vegetables, like and If they are finding it difficult to eat more vegetables, you can have soups. That also, like whatever vegetables you're not eating can be incorporated in the soup can and had, and soup also will help, like to incorporate more fiber and less constipation.
And there's, there are a lot of videos which are floating around these days on YouTube, on Instagram, etc., about the need for seeds. You start your day with chia seeds or methi seeds, and and fiber through isabgol, and there are these concoctions called, like, Good Bug, the brand name. So, would
Mhm.
you recommend having these things? You, of course, mentioned in your talk about some of these things, but would you recommend that that a person should incorporate this into her or his diet?
See, this methi seeds I do recommend. So they can soak it overnight, 2 teaspoons, and next day they can drink the water also, and they can chew on the methi seeds. But sometimes what happens is methi seeds do not agree with everyone. Secondly, chia seeds, they have to be very, very careful. Know that it is, in social media, a lot is put up that, chia seeds are good, they are healthy, they have a lot of nutrients. But the thing is, they can cause, means if you don't drink enough water, and also the amount is important. Like this, about 1 tablespoon is enough, not more than that. Like you cannot take more of that because then your stomach will get bloated up and, it will give rise to a number of issues. So this chia seeds can be soaked overnight and it can be incorporated in soups or in some other form, and you can have it you can have it in your porridge also, but in small amounts. And regarding the other things what you mentioned like good bug and all, I would say first try the natural things and isabgol. So instead of isabgol, I would suggest that go in for the natural things first.
Right.
Because what happens is within you, or the body gets used to that isabgol. Like it's like the brain says, no, I have to take that because if I don't take this, then I will not get motion. You know, it sends that message. So I would suggest going for the natural remedies first.
Right. There's a question from Anil Singh, who's 63 and weight is 78 kgs. How much protein do I need to maintain muscle mass? Is there any formula or a thumb rule to take how much protein?
So the thing is key, it also depends like on a number of factors, the height, weight, and everything. And as you age, you keep on losing muscle mass. So you can take protein, but you need to utilize that protein also. It means like there is HMB, like hydroxymethyl butyrate. So you have capsules of that also, and you have certain or this oral nutrition supplements which also contain HMB. So that means you can take about 3 milligrams of this HMB per day, which will help means in improving the muscle, in repairing the muscle. So that can be incorporated.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a question from
But
Bomi.
my advice is like if you're taking these things, if you're taking protein in your diet, in some form of the other, means in through other ways, you need to utilize it also, like some form of exercise, which I had mentioned, mobility.
Right. We have two questions. One is from Shobha Srivastav, who says, is diabetes, I guess she's referring to, is it reversible? And Bomi asks a question which, again, are things that are supposed to be helping in reducing sugar levels. Karelas and jamun, are they, do you recommend them, the,
Uh,
the fruit by itself or the veggies by itself, or the seeds?
So Karela juice is in the initial stage, very initial. That is when the sugar levels are just cropped up. Like, but if you're on oral medication and or if the sugar's on the rise, I wouldn't recommend Karela juice. Instead, methi seeds can be taken. Okay, and the second thing you mentioned is I think this
Jamun.
jamun seeds. Jamun seed. So there is not much research on that, like that by taking jamun powder. I know in a lot of Ayurvedic shops and all they do sell a concoction saying that this is a powder for people with diabetes, and if you take that, then your diabetes will go away or it will get reduced. But we have people coming in from who have practiced naturopathy, who have gone through the naturopathy diet, and they come in with increased sugars later on and with increased weight issues or something because it's like a yo-yo effect. They might reduce their weight and they might reduce their sugars, but then it comes back to them and they'll end up with more profits.
And doctor, there are some sugar-free sweets and sugar-free drinks available.
Yeah.
What is the medical view on consuming them?
So see, sugar-free sweets and sugar-free drinks is again they contain this artificial sweeteners which are chemicals after all. So I wouldn't recommend them because the thing is key in sugar-free sweets and these sugar-free drinks, lot of the sweetener is added, which is not recommended and it does harm to the body. So as a dietitian, we just tell them that you can just incorporate 2 sachets per day, like in your tea or milk, and if you have a sweet tooth, what I would suggest is like maybe if there's a function in your house or if there is a means festival. So depending on the type of sweet, if it is like a shira, you can cut down on your rice or chapati. If it is a kheer, then you can cut down on your milk and curd, and you can have the this kheer. There's no this. You don't need to take sugar-free sweets, or you don't need to take this what to say sugar-free drinks because they come with added this things, added chemicals and all, which are not desirable.
So from what you tell me, what you even said for mangoes is that if you do have mangoes or if you do have sugary sweets, then cut down on something else so that you.
Yes, yes, you need to do that adjustment. Yeah.
And what about things like prunes? There's a question which is asked by Aban, who's what about
Yeah.
prunes? Is there any, do you think that is good? Or and dates and jaggery, are these things that are good? Can one in the winter, for instance, have diabetic chawanprash, for instance?
No, I wouldn't recommend diabetic Chyawanprash because the thing is key, they need to check the contents of that because whatever you're taking from the store or taking from the shops, you need to see the ingredients, like what is there. Because lot of times, like lot of this unwanted things or unhealthy things are used. And as for diabetes, I wouldn't recommend, like lot of people think that they can have jaggery or they can have honey in the food. But honey or jaggery is also sugar, so it is not recommended on a daily basis. Like because this chawanprash and all also like these things are there.
And there's another question from Mr. Anil Singh, who is it okay to drink smoothies and shakes, for weight loss that are available in the market, or are they beneficial? Are they, are smoothies okay to have?
So for smoothies, like you can make your own smoothies at home instead of having those smoothies. Like you can take maybe this whey protein isolate, or you can take a powder which is low in fat, and then you can incorporate some amount of like maybe oats and little chia seeds, and you can make your own smoothie that way instead of taking these smoothies which they may contain little unhealthy fats or something, or so I wouldn't suggest these market based smoothies. I wouldn't recommend.
Right. Um, you answered quite a few questions already. Tell me, in terms of, you've had over 3 decades of practice, and you've met a host of students, host of patients over the years. How many of them are able to stick to your diet, and what is the success rate of diets with diabetics?
See, the success rate is there. I do see it. But the thing is key, they need to follow up. This what happens is like I already mentioned, that is they once they means they visit the doctor, they see the doctor, they see the dietitian, they follow the diet, and then some of them they do get tired, like frustrated, like so they start having this unhealthy things, or they start having sweets or something like that, and maybe they have gone out for a vacation or something, and that time they have unhealthy things, and the sugar crops up, like or maybe there's a festival and they have feasted on sweets and all, and then they come back with more sugars. But some of them are very meticulous and they follow means religiously, and they also come back and they tell me that I'm following the diet, and means it's really helping me a lot, like.
Great. Is there any, overall thing that I know your presentation had listed it, but are there any, major no-nos that you would tell people, on who have diabetes and for
Yeah.
general health? Are there some?
So major no-nos is like do not I mean I do not start my talk with do not, okay, or even my when I'm advising a patient also, because that has a like, see, people like to eat, okay, so food is the main risk. So the thing is key, what my suggestion is that do not incorporate a lot of refined food items like these bread or paws. So they and do not use means processed food items. Like you have a lot of ultra processed food items which are low in fiber and which have trans fats. Now, when you buy market this packet items, why do you think it lasts long and why do you think it tastes good? Because they have trans fats. Even something which is containing trans fat about zero point 0.2 grams milligrams also, that is also not good for you. Okay, so and you have to read the this ingredients. If palmolive is mentioned, you have to see, because and what I see is I like to whenever I visit a store or when where food items are being sold, I like to see what are the food items, means what are the ingredients mentioned, and you should always see the serving size, because there you can go wrong. And some of them, like a lot of sodium is there, or lot of fat is there, or lot of means trans fat is there, palmolin is there. So these all are unhealthy. Now in bread and all, like bromate is used, and this refined flour is used. More of additives are used. So if they say that this is a dietary item or this is a diet food, but if they have used a lot of additives, then I wouldn't suggest. Also, whenever there's a when they mention it's this dietary item, there's a catch. So I would suggest that please read the ingredients, please read the food labels, or even though they might be in small this, you small writing, you have to read it. You can just take a screenshot of it and then you can read it, or you can take a picture and you can read it. You can
Or
do
what
that.
I do is I have a magnifying glass at
Okay.
the desk, so I try to read the fine print. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Ms. Rajeshwari Shetty, for an amazing session. I know, there's no sorry, there's no surefire formula for reversing diabetes, but if you have a good diet, I'm sure it will help a lot. Thank
Yes,
you
no,
once
I have
again.
seen people coming down means with reducing their sugars because they are following the three pillars, that is the medication and exercise and diet. So these three pillars are very important. Also, like one more fourth factor is there, that what I find is like these as seniors, like or even in youngsters also, like you are unhappy. So the thing is key, you need to incorporate happiness, like dopamine, which is the happiness hormone. So how can you incorporate it? Like indulge socially, like meet people, or you can talk to people. So or you can listen to talks which will motivate you. So or even yoga or doing pranayam, that also helps. Or do some form of meditation, that also helps. So this way you can reduce your stress levels and reduce your blood sugar levels. That blood sugar levels can be managed.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And thank you, Ms. Rajeshwari Shetty, and thank you to the team at SL Raheja and Fortis Hospital. To all of you here, please stay on for a minute. We have a sneak peek of the November issue of Seniors Today, and I'm going to ask our producer to play it for you. This is a major So Dr. Rajiva Gupta, who's written the article this week, is going to be there on our Health Live session next Saturday at 5 p.m., which is on polypharmacy and over medication. So do join in next Saturday at 5 p.m. for our Health Life session. Tomorrow, which is Sunday, the 16th, is the finale of Seniors Have Talent. Shetty, I must tell you, where we've been conducting something called Seniors Have Talent, which is
Okay.
a singing talent contest for senior citizens above the age of 60.
Oh,
We
good.
had Mr. Lakshmi and Mr. Lax who asked this question. He was from season 1, and there are a host of others who have gathered here who are participants, and they are all above the age of 60. And this is the 19th season that we are doing, a finale that we are conducting. Apart from that, the magazine is out, as you saw just now, and the website is there, and of course a host of events, around 20 odd events of the Evergreen Club, which happen every day. Thank you very much once again. Thank you, Ms. Rajeshwari Shetty. And this session that we've conducted is a day after World Diabetes Day, which happened, and which is
Yeah,
why
we
the focus
celebrated
was,
World Diabetes Day yesterday.
yes,
Yeah.
which is where the focus of this session was on diabetes. Thank you once again. Eat well and have a great weekend.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wish you the same.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.